Artem returned home at dusk. Rain blurred the shape of the house, as if the world itself didn't want him to see the truth. He had always sensed danger before it struck, and today, everything inside him whispered, "Something's wrong, but not outside. It's here, inside." Olena greeted him as always, gentle, smiling, dressed in his favorite white dress. "You look tired. I'll make you some tea," she said, touching his shoulder softly. But he barely heard her. His eyes drifted to the coat rack. His mother's coat was gone. In the living room, her suitcase still stood, unopened since her last visit, and next to it, her scarf, the one she never went anywhere without. "Where's Mom?" he asked quietly, his voice edged with steel. Olena didn't blink. "She left early this morning, said she didn't want to bother you, had some things to take care of." Artem nodded. Something clicked inside him. That night, when Olena fell asleep, he climbed into the attic. Hidden beneath an old beam was a power block, part of a covert surveillance system he had installed years ago, a relic from his days in special forces. Dozens of tiny cameras buried in baseboards, lights behind paintings, just in case. Now was the time. He powered up the encrypted drive and began to scroll through the footage. Hours of silence, kitchen, living room, and then a scene that froze his blood. Tetiana Petrovna in Olena's room, holding letters. Her face, shock, pain, rage. Moments later, Olena entered. Her face was calm. Her gestures, her eyes, said everything. She knew Tetiana had discovered the truth. The next footage, Tetiana, bound in an old workshop basement, and Kai, alive, cold. Everything Artem had feared, had buried, was now undeniable. But he didn't break. He didn't wake Olena, didn't scream, didn't act. He simply closed the laptop and stared into the dark. The next morning, Olena kissed his cheek like nothing had happened. He kissed her back. "I thought, maybe we should take a trip to the mountains, just the two of us." "That sounds lovely," she said with a smile, completely unaware. Artem had started his chess game. Every step now was quiet, precise, lethal, just like in war. Later that day, he contacted an old comrade still in intelligence, passed him copies of the footage. "Don't act. Not yet. Just watch. I need to break them from the inside." He planted new traps, psychological ones, informational, subtle phrases, small mistakes. And he watched as doubt flickered in Olena's eyes. At night, he scanned her phone, found her conversations with Kai, locations, codes, names, plans. They weren't just running, they were planning to eliminate him. But he wasn't an ordinary man. He was trained in the Shadow Unit, a program that didn't exist in any records. He was taught to remain silent when others scream, to survive where others die, and to strike first when the enemy thinks you're asleep. Now, he was awake. There was no room for emotion, because when honor, blood, and family are at stake, weakness becomes death. Olena, Kai. They had no idea that every move they made now was already calculated in his war.